Accurate product ID assignment in the Amazon Marketplace is critically important. Inaccurate product ID assignment can lead to issues related to fulfillment and merchandising product detail page display. If a product has been set up with an inaccurate product ID, follow the steps below to request that the product ID assignment is updated. Amazon references the GS1 global database to verify ownership and assignment of UPC and EAN on Amazon.com. If sellers try to request product ID updates with non-GS1 sourced EAN or UPC, they may face issues proving ownership and product ID assignment to Amazon. Go Consulting recommends that sellers use only GS1 sourced EAN and UPC to offer their products. Also, you will only be able to update the product ID on an existing ASIN if the product being offered through the new product ID is identical to the product offered under the previous product ID. If a seller is launching a new version, formulation, or if the nature of the product is different than the pre-existing product, a new ASIN offer will need to be created and the old ASIN cannot be used. In the case that the product has new packaging and the nature of the product is the same, a product ID update on the existing ASIN can be pursued. In any situation, Amazon reserves the right to decide if a new ASIN offer needs to be created or if a pre-existing ASIN can have its product ID updated. Following the steps below does not guarantee that Amazon will update or change the product ID assignment on existing ASINs. If the product is stocked by Amazon through Vendor Central, or if the product is fulfilled by Amazon FBA, you will need to allow inventory labeled with the old product ID to stock out. If you sell and fulfill your own products, this step can be disregarded. However, if you are using merchant fulfillment, be sure that all inventory labeling is updated to the newly purchased product ID barcode. Next, you'll need to reach out to Amazon support to update the product ID assignment. How you do this will depend if your brand is registered with Amazon Brand Services or not. If the product is sold under a registered brand tied to your account, contact Brand Services support through your Brand Services/brand registry account and follow these steps. Log into Amazon Brand Services and click Support. Next, click Contact Brand Support and provide detail about the other attribute. In the Details section, list the old product ID and the new product ID and explain that the product was set up with an incorrect product ID assignment and that you would like to correct the assignment. Next, link to manufacturer's website. Underneath the Details section, you will need to provide a link to the manufacturers where the new product ID is displayed. Ideally, you'll want the correct product ID to be listed in the text on the manufacturer's product information page. After that, attach catalog or product images. Either attach the manufacturer's catalog. In the catalog, the product ID needs to be attributed to the product, or take an image of the product from several angles that show the packaging and branding of the product. One of the images provided needs to legibly depict the product ID label on the product. And then click Submit Case. If the product is not sold under a registered brand, you'll need to submit the product ID correction request through standard seller or Vendor Central support services. See the steps below. First, contact seller support. In the case information, list the old product ID and the new product ID and explain that the product was set up with an incorrect product ID assignment and that you would like to correct the assignment. Also, include a link to the manufacturer's website where the correct product ID is displayed and affiliated with the product, or provide manufacturer's proof images that clearly show the product packaging and the new product ID labeled on product packaging. This process does not guarantee that you will be able to maintain your historically used ASIN when you implement your new product ID. While this is the desired result of this process, Amazon.com has the final say whether a new product ID can be applied to the historic ASIN or if a new ASIN offer needs to be created. If you or your business has questions regarding updating product ID assignment or other Amazon.com related topics, contact us using the link below.